Welcome. In this video, we're going to learn how to install and use Vue.js and Vue-Router in Laravel 11. This is the fundamentals of building an application with Laravel on backend and Vue.js on frontend. On the end of this video, we'll be able to create a Laravel project, create Vue.js component pages, and navigate in different pages. Now, let's show you how the app works. This is the home page of our application. You can navigate in different pages. You see here we are in about page. You can return to the home page. Alright. Sometimes user can type URL which is not exist in our Laravel application, like this. It will go to be redirected to the not found page, which will look like this. Okay, so before start develop this application, make sure you have right program installed like PHP, Composer, and Node.js. Now, we'll get started by creating a Laravel project via Composer's create project command by going on laravel.com in get started. We'll copy this command, open our terminal, and make sure we are in a good directory where we are going to install our application. For me, I'm going to be in desktop. Let's cd desktop and paste Composer create project command. Since we are going to create a Laravel and Vue.js app, I'm going to call it Laravel 11-Vue. Feel free to use the name you want. Cool. Let's delete this example-app name. Add Laravel 11.vue, right? Let's save and press enter. Alright, our Laravel application has been created. Let's go ahead and cd into our Laravel 11.vue. Open it in our VS Code. Cool. Let's open a new terminal in our VS Code. I'm going to use PHP artisan serve, which should spin up our web server for me. And let's open this URL right here in our browser. Cool. You can see now our default Laravel page here. Now let's walk around it to provide all the necessary Vue.js components that we will need for building out our application. So the first thing I want to do is to go in our VS Code, open a new tab terminal, and install Vue.js with all his dependencies. I'm going to use npm install Vue at Ratists, Vue-Router at Ratists. Let's create this out and add npm install --save -dev at vite.js/plugin.vue. Let's go now on our Laravel project in vite.config.js. Import Vue from at vite.js/plugin.vue. In plugins, add Vue. Alright. Let's continue by going on resources on Vue. On welcome.bread.php, remove this and add at vite resources/css/app.css. In body tag, remove all those contents. Add at vite resources/gs/app.js. Let's go now in our VS Code terminal. We want to compile our assets and run a hot reload for us. We have to use npm run dev, right? Let's now take a look that appear in our browser. The default Laravel page is changed. You can see now something which look like this. Now let's look around it and add Vue.js components. Let's jump up in our VS Code on resources on JS. Create a new folder called components. On components, add a file called app.vue. Within, add templates with a title hello app. Alright, let's go in app.js. Import create app from Vue. Import app from ./components/app.vue, and then create app and mount app ID. Save it. Now we are going to call our app Vue.js component in our welcome.bread.php. We'll go on viewers in welcome.bread.php and add here a div with app ID. Alright. Let's go now in our browser and you can see here hello app, which means that our Vue app component is called here. Right. This is our first Vue.js component of this application. Let's create other Vue.js component pages and make different navigation in our Vue.js component page. Let's go back in our VS Code. The first thing we're going to do is to go in our VS Code terminal, create a new tab and install Vue-Router by using npm install Vue-Router at 4. Cool. In our Laravel folder on resources, on JS, on components, we are going to create a new file called homepage.vue. Within there, add template with title homepage. Alright, save it. Let's continue and create another file called aboutpage.vue. Within there, add a title called about page. Let's save it. And then create another file called notfoundpage.vue. Within, add templates and title notfoundpage. Alright. Let's create another folder called the router. On router, create a file called index.js. Within there, we are going to import create router, create web history from Vue-Router, import home from .component/homepage.vue, import about from .components/aboutpage.vue, import not found from .components/notfound.vue. Alright. Let's continue by create a constant routes and add path slash, which we called the component home. Create another path slash about, which we called component about. Create another path with path match. Which we called a component not found. Let's continue by create another const router equal create router history, create web history, routes, and then export default router. Alright. Let's now go on components in app.vue. Create a nav tag, add a div. In that div, add root link to /home. Add another router links to /about. Alright. And add a main tag. Within, we are going to add router/view. Alright. let's save change and continue by going in app.js. Import router from /router. After that, go in create app here, add use router. Alright, let's now save change. Now let's go take a look that appear in our browser. Now the home page from Vue.js component is our default page of our application. You can see now we can navigate in this application. Cool. But there is small error where user type a URL which is not exist in our application. We will go to be redirected to a not found page which come from on Laravel folder by default. Alright. But for us, we want to use a not found page which come from to our Vue.js component. Okay. To fix this problem, we are going to add on routes in web.php this line router get /path match function which will return view welcome where path match here. Alright, now if you go back in our browser and the user type a URL which is not exist in our application, it will going to be redirected to the not found page which will come from on Vue.js component. You will see something which will look like this. Alright, before ending this video, I'm going to add active class to root link which will going to show the current page when we're navigating. Cool. Let's go in our VS Code and add on router in index.js link exact active class active, and then go on resources on CSS in app.css, add .link margin 10 pixel, .link.active, background color red, color white. Alright, and let's add on component in app.js a class link on our router link. Alright. And add a p tag with strong tag, current root path with router.fullPath. Alright, let's now go take a look that will appear in our browser. You can see now if we navigate in different page, we are going to add a color to our current active page. Alright, so that is all about to install and use Vue.js and Vue-Router in Laravel 11 application. Thank you for watching this video. If you still have any kind of question, you can ask me in comment box. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you in next video. Happy coding.